Hello. So I have been doing some thrifting. By some thrifting, I mean a lot. And I have quite the haul to show you all. Everything's been sort of picked up over a spread of time. Some things I got from thrift stores, a few things I got from ThreadUp. Also have some antique store purchases in there too. I'm really pleased and excited about a lot of my finds. Well, a lot of my purchases are kind of spread out seasonally. There's still a lot of really cute stuff for spring and summer. Got all sorts of clothing items, accessories, shoes, so a little bit of everything in there. I've already had a ton of fun styling a lot of these pieces. Yeah, so I have a lot to show you. Let's just get into it. Before we get into all the fun, funky thrift finds, I do want to show you some fun, funky accessories. I have 4 pairs of glasses kindly sent to me by Vooglam, so let's try them on. First of all, I love the packaging. They arrived nice and neat in this cute little box, as well as in their own little cases with very minimal plastic. The pouches are also made with recycled bottles, so we love that. Vooglam offers so many styles of glasses that come in various frame shapes that can fit any face shape. Vooglam's frames also support adding the functional lenses, such as prescription glasses, reading glasses, polarized lenses, and even sun visor lenses. Prescription lenses are produced in a short time and can be shipped worldwide. The first pair I have to show you are the Isadawa glasses, and I got these in the color black. They're thick and sturdy, which is great for me because I am really clumsy, and I love that they stay on my face without me having to push them up or adjust them, which can definitely be an issue for me. They're comfortable to wear, and I love the large lenses. I think they're so fun and playful, very 60s. I think these would be really great to wear for photo shoots and style with some fun retro-inspired eye makeup looks. Next, I have the Electra glasses in the color Animal, and they're this absolutely beautiful shade of green. These also have a really fun vintage feel to them, but this pair feels very 50s to me. They'd be so cute with like a cat eye and a red lip. These frames are super comfortable and also just as sturdy as the other pair, despite being a little bit thinner. So I love that they're easy to wear, but feel like they're going to last. Again, they stay sitting on my face so well without having to adjust them whatsoever. Such a fun and sassy style. Third, we have the Raquel glasses, and I got these in purple and black. This pair has the thinnest frames compared to all the other pairs, but they're still really solid and well made. They feel so light on my face and they stay put just as well, and I really love the color. The gradient to black to purple is really pretty, and I think they're super stylish. I tend to lean towards larger frames personally, but I wanted to try these out for like a different sort of style, and I really like how they look and feel. They're cool and contemporary, but still have that vintage flair. Last but not least, I'm wearing the Farida glasses in the color Animal. I absolutely love the combination of pink and animal print. If you couldn't tell already, I love funky prints and pops of color, and Vooglam certainly has no shortages of that. The quality and fit, of course, are on point, and these are a nice touch to add on to any outfit for a bit of glamour and fun. This pair does still have a vintagey feel, but also incorporates a modern edge as well, and I think they're a really fun blend of styles. If you're interested in getting some glasses for yourself, you can use my code Kendall15 for 15% off your Vooglam order. Thank you so much to Vooglam for sponsoring this video. Now let's get into the thrift haul. Okay, I'm looking at a pile of clothes. Where do I even begin? So of course there will be a try on and styling to every piece I show you, but there is one piece I forgot and one piece I just picked up yesterday. So if I have time, I will try to film a portion for that. If not, I'm just gonna insert a picture on the screen. But we'll start with those 2 items, I think. And I think I am gonna clip my mic to my shirt just to make it a little bit easier. It's going to be a little bit downgrade in audio quality, so your patience is appreciated. So for our first piece, we have this really cute black dress, sort of like a fit and flare style. And then it has this little cutout in the back. Here's the brand. It's sort of this like scrunched up texture. It kind of reminds me of those like popcorn tops from the 90s, but it's slightly more elegant than that, I think. But it has a really like high neckline and it's just super cute. You really can't go wrong with a little black dress. And I don't really have any kind of styles like this in my closet, and it's super easy to style, so I definitely had to pick this up. Just looking on the hanger, I wasn't quite sure, but once I tried it on in the fitting rooms, I was sold. It fits me like a glove, and it's hard to find dresses that are like truly mini that like hit you at that right length, and this one does. It's short without being too short, but it's like a fun, sassier, flirtier kind of silhouette for when I want to wear something a little bit shorter. But I think that like high neckline and the fit of everything, it still keeps it like classy and elegant. But I think there's a lot of styling potential with this. The texture is super funky and fun, but as I mentioned, it's just a little black dress, so you can really take this in any direction when it comes to styling. So this next piece is just amazing. I just got this yesterday, and I had a fun day out, like going to different vintage stores, antique stores, and I found this amazing jacket. I wasn't totally sure at first, but I put a little poll on my Instagram and everybody else seemed to like it. For the most part anyways. And this piece itself is not vintage, it's from Ann Taylor, but I didn't really mind. It was priced well to me and it was 20% off of that, so I was like, do I get it? And obviously I decided on it. What I love about it is it's more of a cropped silhouette and the sleeves hit me at just the perfect length. And then it has this fun collar and then a couple of buttons to close it up if you want to. But I love the sort of variation in the tones and the size of the print. It's obviously fake, but it does feel like quite natural looking to me. So soft. I have actually been on the hunt for like a leopard print, cheetah print, whatever you want to call it, jacket for so long now. And I can never find the right one. And I just haven't found something that like fits me quite right, that is the right vibe that I'm going for. But I think this one is perfect. Like I said, I was a little hesitant just because it's such a bold kind of out there piece, but I think it's really fun. I could try it on real quick actually. But how good is this? So cute. Kind of like it with how my hair is styled right now. Wait, hold up, let's get some of these glasses out. Like, who is this diva? Look like I should be going to like an Andy Warhol party or something. This jacket is just so fun and it is pretty warm, so I think it will actually, you know, serve a purpose in the cooler months. While spring is here, it has been pretty chilly actually where I live. We had like a burst of warm weather and now it's just been freezing, so I can actually get away with wearing this a little bit while longer, I think. But I'm really excited for next fall and winter to style this. Like I said, I didn't know if I guess had the swag or like the confidence to pull it off, but the more I wear it, the more it grows on me. I love the collar. It fits me really well, and I think it's like a fun, funky statement piece without being like too overwhelming on me. So really cool find. I'm happy that I got it. Definitely a one of a kind sort of find. Now everything else I do have try-ons for. So I think we'll start with my ThreadUp order. So they were having a sale and I really don't order from ThreadUp too often. I usually wait for their free shipping or like really good sales to roll around to purchase things. And I had some pieces that were sitting on my likes for a really long time actually. And in the previous, you know, shopping sprees I've done over the last couple months, found a lot of pieces that were more suited for fall, winter. While some of these items are knit, wool, I did get a mix of things, some fun things to wear for spring, but all around a really fun blend of items. So first we have this really cute green top. There's the brand. It's a little difficult to read. Lily's Closet, I believe. And it is a little oversized on me, but I kind of like the flowier feel. It's nice to have tops like that. But the color is just so pretty. It's all these different shades of green with little pops of blue in there as well. And it has this sweet little collar and that ruffle detail. And it is a little smushed. I guess I could like steam it or iron it or something. But it's just that fun little playful neckline. And it fits in sort of like a baby doll style. It has these little cutouts at the bottom. And I love that like extra little strip here. Like an extra little layer. It just has nice detail. And something I didn't realize while ordering it online was that it actually has like button closures the whole way up it. So that gives me a lot of options to style it. Like I can tie it up and tuck it in a lot easier that way. It's loose enough I can kind of just slip over my head. I don't have to mess with the buttons. But there is that option to wear it open and style it in various ways. So that's cool. But I thought this would be a perfect spring summer piece. I believe everything I got on ThreadUp was like natural fibers. I usually try to filter that out on the app. And yeah, this is 100% cotton. So really breathable, nice. I just love the color green. And this would be cute, styled all sorts of different ways. Mini skirts, jeans, shorts, capris, anything. Yep, super cute. And next we have this really fun crochet, I guess. I don't really know the difference between knit and crochet sometimes. But the brand is Edie. And it's so cute. It's like quarter length sleeve. And the pattern is just really adorable. Really cute for spring and summer, I think. A thicker material, but not too hot. So I think I can get away with styling this throughout the year. But in the front, like little diamond patterns, there's all these pretty shades of green, pink, blue, some teal in there. And then the bottom has like all this little fun extra texture. And it's really well detailed. It goes all the way around. And then it closes with just this little metal clasp. So it fits sort of like that. But you can of course style it open. I just really like it. I think the colors are really pretty. It goes with a ton of things in my closet. And I get a ton of use out of items like this, like little cover-ups, those sorts of things, little cropped cardigans. I prefer like this sort of style over cardigans most of the time. So I knew I was gonna get a lot of wear out of this. And in the styling portion, I actually closed it with a little vintage pin I had, and it looked really, really cute. So I think this is a fun material to play around with like pins and buttons and stuff. It's already, you know, porous. It's not like you can rip a hole in it, you know, so adding pins and things like that I think will be fun to play around with this piece. Really cute. Love the colors and textures. Just a fun little detail. And as far as cover-ups go, I don't have anything within this like sleeve sort of style or this particular length. It does come down a little bit more. So I like that I have an option for just a little bit more coverage, but really pretty, really cute. I really like this piece. Next, we have one of the items that was on my like/wish list for a while. There's the brand, and I believe this is wool, which is, you know, not ideal for summertime. But I still have a little bit of time that I can get away with wearing it. But it's so pretty. I love the textures to it, and it has all this fun pattern happening throughout. I like the fun bits of texture. It kind of reminds me of the little cardigan. And I don't know, something about this just was speaking to me on the website. It's almost sort of like a mermaid skirt style. You can kind of see where it flares out here, but it sits a little bit lower on my hips, and it's like very figure hugging. So I think it looks quite good on me. It fits my body well. But since it is like a neutral color and the pattern is pretty simple, I think there's a lot of ways that I could style this. I think it totally works for spring, but I could see me pairing it with like turtlenecks, sweaters, and tights and boots, that sort of thing for the cooler months. It's super, super comfortable to wear. It feels like I'm wearing sweatpants like in skirt form, which is awesome. But I love like the silhouette and shape of it. It's just so cute, and I love the pattern. Really unique piece, I think. I've just been really drawn to like sort of neutrally shades like this. So this was one of the pieces that like pushed me to get the ThreadUp order, and I'm glad I did it. It did not disappoint. I think it's really special and cute. Next, we have a really fun skirt. There's the brand, I believe that's Urban Outfitters, but it's this leopard print mini skirt. Really sassy, really fun. And I usually don't go for these sort of key ring like circular zips, but on this piece I think it really works, and I think it's fun, and it's worn in like just the right way. Like it's broken in so it's nice and comfortable, but it's still in like really great shape, and it's sort of like a denim-y material, but it does have decent stretch to it. And I do have to do a little bit of a dance to get it over my hips. Because I do have a lot going on in the hip department for sure, but it fits me like a glove. Super snatched, which I like. I don't really have pieces like that. A lot of things I buy tend to be a little bit flowier or looser, so it's nice to have options that are like structured, but it's still like breathable. I can like wear it comfortably out, you know, casually. But I like the edgy sort of rock and roll vibe to it. It also has belt loops, which are nice, so you can, you know, add a belt if you want. But I think it would look really cute with band tees, cute with like sweaters and maybe my red Converse. I can even pair it with that jacket I just got for Maximum Leopard, leopard print maxing. But I see this being fun to dress up for a night out, but it's still casual enough that I can get away with wearing it day to day. And I do see it getting a lot of use this summer. Really cute for fall too, though, with some colored tights. Next, we have another tank top. There is the brand, and it's this sort of flannel material, but I love the colors and I love the plaid. I have some more like button clasps here to do them open if you want to. And this piece is quite oversized on me. Wearing it out, I would definitely have to like wear a bralette or a tank top or something underneath, but I do like the way it fits. And it has sort of like a razorback sort of style, but again, it's like warm enough that I can use it as a layering piece in the cooler months, but it's still breathable enough that I can wear it throughout the spring and summer. And I just love plaid. And I find that red plaid is actually more difficult to find for whatever reason, at least for me. But I love the colors. They're like bright, kind of springy, but a little bit autumnal as well. You've got these pretty shades of green, some nice blues and oranges and reds in there. But this would be a super easy piece to layer on top of things, but it looks really cute by itself too. I mean, really infinite ways you can go about styling this. And again, I like that it's looser so it's comfortable. If I'm going to spend a lot of time outside or a busy day shopping out downtown, that sort of thing, just a really easy like throw on and go kind of top. I think it would be fun to pattern clash with this, even mix it with some other plaid pieces that I have. But really soft, really comfortable. I do actually see me wearing this a lot this summer. Some little shorts, that sort of thing. But overall, this one also fits in sort of like a baby doll shape, but cute, cozy tank top. Next, we have another top. There's the brand, and it's another nice cotton piece, super lightweight and really, really breathable, super comfortable, perfect for those hot days. Doesn't feel like you're wearing much when you have it on, honestly. And it also has this fun, like little elastic waistband at the bottom and a little ruffly hem. So you can style this in a variety of ways where the hem is exposed, or you can kind of like fold it in for a more cropped sort of look. but it's this white, like creamy color, and it has this really subtle floral print that's really, really cute, I think. I like from a distance, it just sort of looks like a neutral pattern. You don't really know what it is. Like it looks sort of like little diamonds. Then you get up close and you see that floral detail. So I like that the floral design is more subtle. It's not like completely overwhelming the piece. But obviously this is a perfect ideal top for spring and summer, really comfortable. And then it has these ties, so you can pull it in and kind of play with the neckline because it all like connects up here. But you can obviously tie it in a bow, you can leave it open however you want to style it. But I think it's pretty, really cute, cottagecore kind of vibes. Has a little bit of like a retro 1970s sort of feeling to it. But this would be beautiful paired with maxi skirts, anything really, but I can see it, you know, frolicking through the woods and flowers type of thing. I like the very like soft, natural kind of feeling of this piece. Next we have this gorgeous blouse, and there's the brand. There is a little hole in it, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. I paid $5 for this, and the retail value for it was like really crazy. You never know if those are like accurately listed on ThreadUp, but according to the site, it was like a $300 top. So I really can't be mad at that price. Aside from the little hole, it's like in really good condition, but I was just tying the bows so you could see them a little better. But this top is 100% silk. It has this big dramatic sort of circusy collar, and then these nice long ties where you can tie them into bows, and then it buttons down, and even those are covered, which I love. And the whole thing has this like nice striped pattern, and the sleeves even have that little detail, little button. Such a gorgeous piece. I wasn't totally sure like if the color would suit me, but I do like it. And this is maybe the most comfortable piece of clothing I've ever worn in my entire life. It literally feels like you're wearing nothing. So for my neurodivergent self, it's like fantastic, which obviously that would be wonderful for the spring and summer when it's really hot. But it's just so pretty. I'll show you it with the ribbons opened so you can see the details a little better. It's very like antique-y looking. It makes me think of Alice in Wonderland. It makes me think of the circus, like mixed with like a Victorian doll sort of vibe. It's just super pretty. It's really nice. You can tell it's amazing quality. Aside from that little hole, it's in good condition. And I just have to be careful, you know, cleaning it because it does feel like very delicate in my hands. I think this is such a versatile piece. There's a lot of ways you can style it. And I think it would be so cute under dresses with like that collar and bow like exposed at the top. But I love the sleeves. And the color is sort of like a orangey, peachy sort of shade. But I love it. I think it's so pretty. Again, maybe the most comfortable thing I have ever worn. This is so soft. So I'm excited about this one, definitely for the hotter months. Next we have another cute little summery top. It doesn't really have a label there, but I want to say this piece was from Urban Outfitters originally. And it's like very Y2K 2010s, but I really like it. It's a cream tan color, and it has this bird print all over with like various shades of blue and purple. And I just think it's really pretty. I love the ruffles. Again, cotton piece, so all these pieces are nice natural fibers and really comfortable. But I think a perfect little summer top. I can wear this whenever I want to, but I thought it'd be perfect for this summer. And I like that the ruffles go all the way up, but instead of being like a tank top, it does have these little extended sleeves, which I really like. It's just a little bit of extra fabric, but I feel like I like tops better when they have that, you know, little cap sleeve or whatever. But just a simple print. The fabric is really nice and comfortable. Compare this with mini skirts, shorts, jeans, whatever. Look pretty with sandals, wedges, that sort of thing. But a really easy piece to mix and match with. And I love the nostalgic feeling of it. And I have been noticing like sort of a limitation with the tops that I have, so I was really aiming to get some styles that I did not have previously. Now, this is my last ThreadUp piece, and this was another item that I was just drooling over this for the longest time, so it was the second skirt that really made me go through with this purchase. Let me do the buttons real quick because I always forget to make things presentable after trying them on. But here is the brand, and this piece is a little big on me. I wish that it fit like slightly higher waisted than it does, but I can still make it work. But how gorgeous is this? A dream skirt for me, honestly. It is so beautiful. I love the colors. I love the texture. The like shapes on it are so cool and fun. And then it zips up on the side and has these little button closures. So cute. And this is largely wool, so it is definitely on the warmer side, but I still can get away with styling it for a little bit. But the colors are just gorgeous. It's so colorful and fun. There's pink, purple, orange, brown running all throughout it. Pretty blue shades. Again, I just love that detailing. It goes all the way through the skirt, and I like that it's like a little bit of a raw hem. It's a little bit textured, so it adds a little bit of like unexpected edginess to the piece. I've been obsessed with this since I saw it on ThreadUp, and I've been waiting, you know, like a shark in the water for when it goes on sale to like pounce. And I got it for a pretty decent price. I'm definitely gonna have to play around with the styling because the waistline is like a little bit different than how I had it in my head. But I'm still really glad that I picked this up. I think it's beautiful. I think it's very high quality. You can tell it's like constructed super well. So I think this is gonna be a piece that will last me for like decades to come. I think the colors are great. It's just lovely. But obviously its time to shine is really going to be in the winter and fall. It looks so cute with tall boots. And I think even some of the blouses and tops I got would look really cute styled with this. But I really, really love this. It's one of my favorite finds recently. So I guess next I will show you some accessories. To start, I have this really cool belt. I have been wanting belts and different sorts of accessories to wear around my hips and different places, you know, when styling clothes. I am really limited in that department. I have like a couple belts, but I don't want to go online on like Amazon or something and order them new. So I just haven't had like any luck with that sort of thing. But I did find this belt, and it's sort of like a little tree print on there. But they look like coins connected by this like elastic. Sorry, it's like very noisy if you can hear all that. But then it clasps like very easily with just this little hook. So you just slide it in like that. I actually got this at an antique shop of all places. There was this really fun corner that sort of felt like a costume shop or something, or like a theatrical dressing room. And it had all sorts of wacky accessories and items, but I saw this just kind of quietly tucked in the corner. And it was only $5, so I was like, let me grab that. But I love the fact that it's stretchy because I can wear it on my waist, I can wear it on my hips, I can adjust it however I want to, and it still looks good and fits properly. You don't see any of that exposed elastic, you just see the coins. So really, really cool and playful, has sort of a boho feel to it, but it's also kind of like fantasy inspired, giving like chainmail, nightcore a little bit. So this would be excellent to style for the Ren Fair because I'm a nerd and I like to go to the Renaissance Fair, but I don't really have like a lot of accessories for that. So I was really excited to find this because I just think it will serve a lot of different purposes. Next, I have some necklaces, and I got these at another antique shop. How gorgeous is this? So sparkly, it catches the light beautifully. It's like a little bit gothic. Hold it up, but little vampiric looking, very glamorous. I love the sparkles on it. I find it fits like my neck chest proportions really well. And this would just look gorgeous with like a low cut top or dress for like a date night, that sort of thing. Very vampiric, romantic, sort of Victorian looking. I really, really love it. And all the accessories, you will see them styled in various outfits throughout this video. So I don't have like try-on specifically for them, but just keep your eyes out and you will see them. This was under $7. It was about like $6.30, $6.40, something like that. And I usually am gifted jewelry more than like I buy it for myself. But I've been wanting to play around with accessories more and kind of figure out what my jewelry style even is. Whatever this is, I feel like it's that. And I have one more necklace, and it was from the same antique shop and it was the same price. And it is this fun little gem. I love the shape of it. It's so cute. And then you have that sort of little statement piece in the middle, but it almost reminds me of like a collar or something. And it took me a minute to figure out the clasp in the antique shop because it's like really unusual. Kind of have to pull on it. It is like slightly irritating to deal with, but the necklace was pretty enough that I was like, I'll take the sacrifice. But it's like a clasp like this. Not my favorite, but it's okay. But again, I love the way it fits on my neck and chest. Like it just sits at a really pretty spot, and it's so unique looking. Again, has kind of a whimsical Victorian sort of feeling to it. Really, really, really pretty. Like I said, I don't really go after jewelry that often, so when I do see a piece that speaks to me, I usually pick it up. Yeah, again, under $7, so I think really good price for both of those pieces. And then I have styled some of these pieces in a video if you watched my slip dress styling video. But my next accessory is this cute polka dot bag. I'm obsessed with this. It's so cute. Polka dots obviously super trendy right now, but I feel like it's awakened something in me where before I couldn't really figure out polka dots, and I realized it was because I was wearing like micro polka dots, whereas I'm more drawn to sort of the circusy, ridiculous ones like this. There is not a brand in this bag, so I don't know who it's from, but it also has this like cute little buckle detail. It's big enough that it's, you know, completely functional. I can take this out and pack all my necessary items into it. But I love the colors. I love the variation and sizes of the polka dots, and it's just really cute. I like that it fits comfortably on my shoulder, so I don't like have to hold it in my hand the whole day. But I've already used this a handful of times. Really, really cute. I think next I'll show you some shoes I got, and then we'll wrap it up with the clothes. These do not have a brand. They are these really cool brown boots, and they don't look like much when you first look at them, but on they look so cute. They fit my shin like perfectly, and they come up to like a really good height, which is not always the easiest thing to find in a boot. And they're like the perfect amount of worn where they have like this nice texture to them, but they're in really good shape. I've already worn these out a bunch, and I can tell that they're gonna hold up for a good while. They're like quite adventurous looking, like a fairy or a pirate or some kind of like a swordsman would wear these, but they're really cute. They're very me. I really like them. Again, these would be a really great run fair piece, but obviously really cute and easy to style for every day. And these, like the accessories, you'll see them sprinkled throughout the video, definitely give me a fun, different sort of option when it comes to boots. Next, we have these adorable ballet flats, which they actually had the tag on when I got them, including that little stretchy cord, so I don't think these were worn like at all. They are like slightly worn, just like probably how they were stored, but aside from that, they're in great, you know, pretty pristine condition. And they have these like little straps that kind of resemble like an actual ballerina shoe, but they're comfortable, really cute, and I love that like metallic shine to them. Ballet flats and metallic shoes are always something I'm kind of keeping my eye out for because I just love them. And I like that this is sort of a blend of the styles. I'm absolutely in love with those Miu Miu ballet flats, and while these are obviously not the same, I still think they have that kind of feeling, and it would be fun to like play around with the straps and like add extra ribbon and those sorts of things. But just a fun, like dainty, girly, whimsical shoe. I don't have anything like this in my closet, so I was excited to find these, but I think they're really pretty and fun. And my last pair of shoes are these really fun and funky sandals. There's the brand, and I forgot to show you these. There's the brand for those. But how cute and fun are these? So whimsical. Again, in pretty good condition, considering these are probably like 90s or Y2, oops. Considering these are probably 90s or Y2K, I think they're in really good shape. They're obviously like pretty worn on this part, but that doesn't bother me. Like they were very, very clean when I found them. They even have like a little Hawaiian flower on the bottom. And I totally said that I was not going to be buying any open back shoes whatsoever, but I could not resist these. The color is just fantastic. I've never seen sandals like this in my life, and I like that they give me a little bit of height with this platform. They're slightly big on me, like I could maybe go half a size down for these, but they still work, and they're actually quite easy to walk in. Like a day out, farmer's market, that sort of thing. Really, really easy shoe to wear, and they are quite comfortable. I think I just need to practice in them a little bit more, but they're just so cute and fun. Obviously really great for summer, and if I do make it out to the beach this year, I will definitely be bringing these really fun, funky, colorful shoes for spring and summer. So now we'll be finishing up with some pieces that I've just gotten kind of sporadically across different thrift store trips. I have been thrifting a lot for home decor. I've been getting a lot of decorating done and finding some cool furniture. Once in a while, I'll kind of sneak over to the clothes and quickly glance through it, but I've actually found some good pieces lately. So first off, we have sort of a little sweater tank. There is the brand, and it's just this simple black fitted top, but it fits so good. I love how this fits. It is like a blend of materials, but there's some wool and cashmere in there. So definitely a warm, cozy piece. I can get away with it for a little bit more time, but ideally this is a great like fall, early spring, winter sort of thing. But it's fitted at the bottom, and it just has a really nice like shape to it. And then the top has all this beaded work. I love that subtle detail, but when it catches the light, it's really nice. The only other piece I have like this is a different sweater vest slash tank top that had like a ton of holes in it, so I DIY'd it and added like a bunch of safety pins, but it's definitely a specific like edgier kind of look, so this just gives me a different feeling, and I do get a lot of wear out of that piece, so I thought that this one would also be useful. But very classy, elegant, simple, basic. Again, the fit is really what got me. I liked it, of course, pulling it off the rack, but when I tried it on, I was like, oh, okay. So my next piece is a funky one for sure. There's the brand, and it is this strapless, like sweetheart neckline floral bodycon dress. And it has the zipper in the front. It's sort of these like ruffly layers, almost like a bow on the top. When I tried it on in the fitting room, I kind of tried it over clothes. I was wearing something tight that I didn't feel like pulling off my head, so I sort of like lifted that up and put this on. So I didn't get like quite a proper feel for how it was going to fit me, so it is a little bit big, but I still think it fits okay. I can definitely work with it, and it is super comfortable. It has a really nice stretch to it, and the fabric is just really soft. And this is not something I would typically spring for, but it just spoke to me, and it really like awakened my inner child, inner teenager who spent way too much time on MySpace, Tumblr, and read a lot of 17 magazine. And I just thought this piece felt like very quintessentially like late 2000s, early 2010s. And in the try on portion, I styled it leaning into that idea. It is a little out of my comfort zone because bodycon is not something like I typically wear, at least not like head to toe in it. I styled it very minimally because I wanted you to be able to see the dress, but I definitely have to build up my confidence around wearing it, I think. It's just like shows a lot, I guess. But I still thought it was really fun and I wanted to try it out. And like I said, a younger version of me got super excited when she saw this. I kind of wanted to indulge in it a little bit for her. But even with it being kind of like a whoa, you know, kind of busy, tight fitting sort of piece, there's still a lot of room to style this where it's tight enough that I can layer different pieces on top, like different skirts and things. I can put t-shirts underneath, mesh or lace underneath or on top, add t-shirts, cardigans, whatever. So there's a lot of ways to like add extra coverage if I am feeling self-conscious in it. But at the very least, it's like a nice piece to just kind of wear around and lounge in because it is that comfortable, honestly. But I thought we would try something different. Very unique silhouette. I do not have this in my closet whatsoever. Obviously a good piece for spring and summer. So we'll see how much wear I get out of it. But I do like it. It's just my own dumb self-esteem issues kind of getting in the way, I think. It's definitely a fun, like nostalgic time capsule sort of piece just to have and play around with. Next we have another one of my favorite finds of the entire bunch. And it is this beautiful silk top. If I can find the tag. There is the brand. And it is this gorgeous blue, but the fabric is sort of like iridescent. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it has this various like green tones running throughout it, and it feels like really mermaidy to me. Back is again sort of like almost like a razorback style where it like goes in a bit, and I really like silhouettes like that on myself. I feel like I have kind of broader, wider shoulders, so I think I carry like this sort of silhouette well. But it has these gigantic ties that you can tie in a bow, you can wear it as a scarf, you can tie it around your back and wear it as a halter top. There's like a million ways to style this, and I always get really excited when a piece has like so much versatility and utility like this. So I love it. I think it's a really good find. All the ruffles are so pretty, and again, it's so soft and comfortable with that silk material. I'll tie it in a bow real quick so you can see that. I did kind of a terrible job with that, but you get the point, and you'll see in the try on portion. But there's so many ways to go about tying it and styling it, and I really love that. I think the color looks really nice on me, but I really like it. I think it's really pretty. I think this is perfect for spring and summer. But I was really excited to find this, really unique, and I just really like it. I think it's a special piece, and I'm looking forward to styling this more and playing around with it. Sorry if my microphone is like going berserk. I'm trying to keep it stationary, but I fidget a lot. So we have 3 more pieces left, and this next skirt is by Lauren Conrad. It will focus. And it is this maxi skirt that's like tiered and polka dotted. I have already worn this a bunch. So comfortable. I love the shape of it. It's got that nice like twirl effect when you spin around and the skirt just goes like whoosh. Another amazing piece that I can style all year round. Cooler months I can layer up underneath of it, but it's perfect for spring and summer to just throw on with a tank top or something and get out the door. Again, polka dots very trendy right now. Like I said, it's awakened something in me. The skirt is like really well made for a Kohl's piece. Like it's a lot of fabric there. So I think this will hold up really well. Sort of an elevated basic, like neutral, simple silhouette. I can style this a ton of different ways, a million different ways. You can really dress it up. You can really dress it down. Sneakers and a t-shirt for farmer's market, heels and a blouse for a dinner. And there's so much styling potential with this, and like I said, I've already worn it a bunch. Really comfortable piece, really love this. Next we have another Lucky maxi skirt find, and this is from Croft and Borrow, and it's this gingham, like very picnic blanket sort of color and pattern. It has pockets, which we love. And again, really comfortable, really lightweight. I've already styled this one too. Really ideal for spring and summer, I think. It's like literally a picnic blanket as a skirt, and I like that. It's almost sort of like pinky peachy, the tone, but it is red and white. From a distance, it kind of looks pink almost. But really pretty, really simple, easy to style. Like I said, you can just throw it on with a little white tee, some Converse, and go out the door, and it looks really nice. So I really like this one. We'll be getting a lot of use this spring and summer. For my final piece, we have another strapless dress. There is the brand, and it's really, really cute. It has like a bra in it, like the other dress does, so that's nice. Again, sort of elastic, so it does stretch a bit. It is a little bit tighter on the chest. I think this is like a junior's brand, but it still fits really well, and I think it's really cute and unique. And what really got me when I saw it was this layer underneath that's just all tulle. And I think that's just such a fun little detail. And the way that the dress naturally rests, it kind of covers it up, but I've already styled this too, and you can kind of pin it up and expose that part, so I think it's fun to play around with. Very fairy core, very like princessy, but sort of a fit and flare style, and it's a neutrally tan sort of shade, and then it's got this like lacy rose overlay over the whole thing. Again, really versatile. You can layer things on top, underneath, whatever. I styled it as a top over pants, and I really like how that look turned out. So another like neutral but whimsical piece to play around with, and unlike anything that I own, so, and just thought it was like very fantasy inspired, really whimsical and fun. Wow, that was a lot of clothes. But I'm really happy with all the purchases I made. I found some really cool, unique items. So all around, I'm very pleased with everything I picked up. Quite a lot there, but you'll have to let me know which item is your favorite. I don't even know what to choose because so many good finds. But I love that everything can be kind of styled and mixed and matched together. But that is everything I have to show you today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to Vooglam for sponsoring, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!